Speak Easy English. I'm Emily, and today we're exploring how to express emotions in English clearly, naturally, and with variety.
Hi, I'm Jake. For me, talking about feelings in English can be a bit confusing. I know a few words, but sometimes they just don't feel right.
That's something many learners deal with. We often say good, bad, or fine, but those words don't always tell the whole story. Today, we'll look at better ways to say how you really feel.
Exactly. Like, when I feel stressed, or proud, or even disappointed, I want to be able to say it in a way that actually fits the moment.
We'll cover different emotions, real-life phrases, and even hear a short story from our friend Sarah about a time when using the wrong word made things a little awkward.
Yeah, that one's a good example of how even small vocabulary mistakes can change the whole message.
So whether you're feeling confident, frustrated, or somewhere in between, this episode is for you.
Let's jump in.
Let's begin with a few common emotions people talk about almost every day. Words like happy, sad, and angry are useful, but sometimes they're too simple. If you want to sound more clear and expressive, try saying, I'm in a great mood. I feel low today. I'm frustrated with how things are going. We're going to practice those together soon. But first, let's hear a quick story from Sarah. She told us about a small mistake she made that turned into a big misunderstanding. Okay, so this happened about a year ago when I had just moved to a new city. I didn't really know anyone yet, and everything felt new and unfamiliar. The first week, I joined a small English-speaking group, just 4 or 5 people meeting in a cafe. On my first day, they asked me how I felt about the move. I wanted to say something like, I feel strange but excited. But instead, I said, I feel weird and a little unstable. Everyone went silent. One woman even looked a little worried. I didn't understand why. I smiled and said it again. Yes, I feel unstable. You know, like, my emotions are doing strange things. They all nodded very slowly. Then one guy asked, Do you want to talk to someone? I was confused, but I said, Sure, we're talking now. Later, one of them explained to me that unstable in English is kind of serious. It's not just about feeling different or a little off. It can mean someone is not emotionally healthy, like in a big way. I felt so embarrassed. I was just trying to say that I felt out of place and a bit nervous because everything was new. But the word I chose made people think I needed help, like real help. And you know the worst part? For weeks, they kept being super nice to me, like way too nice, always checking in, offering me tea, smiling like I might cry at any moment. I didn't know how to fix it. Eventually, I laughed it off and explained, and they were really kind. But I learned something. Choosing the right emotion word matters. A lot. That's a great story, and I'm glad Sarah shared it. It shows how important it is to choose words that match how you really feel without sending the wrong message.
Yeah, and I've been there too. One time I was trying to explain that I was feeling tired from work and a little down, but I just said, I feel bad. And the person I was talking to thought I had done something wrong, like I was guilty about something. It's wild how one word can mean so many things.
Exactly. Let's go over a few more helpful ways to talk about your emotions. If you're feeling tired but not physically, more mentally, you can say, I'm emotionally drained. I feel overwhelmed. Or if you're feeling great, try, I feel energized. I'm full of joy. These kinds of phrases make your conversations feel more real and alive.
I really like emotionally drained. I felt that before. Like when you've had a long day of dealing with people and thinking too much. Saying, I'm just tired, doesn't really explain it. But emotionally drained really fits.
Here's a little tip. Try to describe the reason behind the feeling too. Instead of just, I'm nervous, say, I'm nervous about my presentation tomorrow. I'm excited to see my family this weekend. This helps people understand you better and makes the conversation more personal.
All right, let's try that. I'll say a sentence and then you, the listener, repeat after me. Ready? I'm feeling proud of the work I did this week. I'm anxious about my exam. I'm calm because I took a walk in the park. Try saying each of those out loud, just like I did.
Good job. Now, let's play a little practice game. I'll describe a situation, and Jake, you tell me how you might feel. And listener, you do the same. Here's the first one. You're running late to a meeting, and you forgot your notes.
I feel stressed and unprepared. I'm also a little embarrassed.
Perfect. Situation 2. You've just finished something difficult, and your friend tells you you did great.
I feel relieved and maybe even proud.
Last one. You planned a fun weekend, but then everything got cancelled.
I feel disappointed. A bit down, honestly.
Great. Now you try. Think of something that happened recently, good or bad. Ask yourself, how did I feel? Say it out loud. Even if you're alone right now, try to practice. I felt because this is how you train your brain to find better words. The more you practice, the easier it gets.
And don't worry if it feels a little strange at first. I've been doing this for a few months now, and it's helped me a lot. Not just in English, but in understanding how I actually feel.
That's what language is really for, connection. So learning the right words for your emotions helps you connect better, both with others and with yourself. Let's do one more repetition round before we wrap up. Repeat after me. I'm feeling a bit off today. She was really touched by your message. He seemed distant this morning. I'm in a great mood. I'm not in the right headspace right now.
Nice job. Now try saying something about how you're feeling right now. It doesn't have to be perfect, just honest.
That's a wrap for today's episode of Speak Easy English. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more episodes. The full written script is available on our Telegram channel. You'll find the link in the description. And tell us in the comments, how do you feel today? Use one of the phrases you learned. See you next time.